Okay. Welcome back. Don't really remember what happened last time. Towards the end. Our favorite boy, Sid, is dead. Which is kind of sucky. We are trying to rebuild this little empire. Oh, right. Hunts. Got some hunts that we have to do. I do remember writing down ones I want to keep an eye out for so we don't have to keep referencing the hunt board.
So Mather's all right. Yep.
Chatted with this lady. She kind of gave us some backstory on the warring empires and they're trying to take over the mother crystals.
That broom's as ragged as...
Want to say that we went and we... Is it Rebecca? Or no, Martha. We rescued Martha. Dealt with the Black Knights. Oh, we're supposed to go and start fighting Mom. That's right. We got to go and check out State of Rosaria. So, guess we will start by journeying to Hawkscry Cliff. And...
Do you think it was wise to leave, Gav? He didn't seem pleased.
I needed his eyes and nose in Dhalmekia. I'm not about to let Kupka take us unawares. Besides, he has a knack for that sort of thing.
That he does.
And wasn't it Sid who said that matters such as these are best left to dominance? Especially should one of his beloved opportunities to grow and change present itself.
I kind of wonder if Gav's going to get a little jealous, betray us later on. I really hope not.
I always knew that I would return one day. Return to Ironhome.
For what?
After learning the truth, you were given the chance to face your past. If I am to continue at your side, I must do the same.
Agreed. Everybody deserves to make peace with themselves.
Then.
To the end.
Come on.
So as I was saying, I do have to keep an eye out for Broken Hilt in Rosaria. Because there is a hunt around there.
Tragedy in the south as we did at Martha's Rest?
I do want to complete those as they show up.
Which is why we should hurry. There are still many settlements between here and Port Isolde. We visit as many as we can and hear their stories. Starting with the village of Amber.
I am Ambrosia. Oh. Wonderful.
Faster!
Company.
I just drive by? Nice. Oh, you have to hold the run button. Tavern, where I don't think we're gonna mess around with that too much. Kinda wanna see what's down towards here. So why is the bluebird aggressive, but not the other ones? Seems a little odd. Oh man, the turning is best. Just another wyvern? Yeah. Well, I'm not going to journey too far down. Ow! How dare you? Oh, you can't call them when you're knocked off. Okay. Ow. Ow. Okay, well, that was obnoxious. Let's try not to, again. As I was saying, I don't think I want to progress too far, just in case. Because it'll probably end up forcing us down there eventually.
Mockery of justice is what it is. Lord Elwyn would never have stood for this.
Hello, I am the
Quiet,
shadow of
you.
Lord Elwyn.
Nothing, we're loyalists.
Jill, look.
Ah, more of those Black Knight
Rosaria
douches.
must be cleansed of the stain which befouls her, that she might rise once again from the ashes to welcome a new dawn. 'Twould be a pity to make examples of you all, for the transgressions of but a handful.
Of course, your lordship. You shall have our full cooperation.
We'll see about that. Time to cut out this cancer.
Having a village this small. There's barely room to hide a bearer.
Then they must be here for something else.
Ass kicking,
You
that's what.
fancy dancing a gallows jig like the miller's son?
Hello, youth. How are you?
Excuse me, but what was all that about earlier?
You haven't heard? Someone's been stirring up trouble. There have been attacks on the garrison, supplies stolen. They even say a Black Shield was murdered. The Empire wants answers, and what the Empire wants,
That
the
was
Empire
me.
gets.
Don't they just?
Keep your ears open, eh? The Black Shields will pay good coin for information on the culprits. You'd have to be dull as a sack of stones to think you could take on the Empire. What with their 100 full legions?
100? I heard it were 1,000.
Well, excuse me, sir. Do you know what is going on?
You seen him, didn't you?
I'm sorry.
The Black Shields. Just now. You seen them, didn't you? At least I think there was a Black Shield. Can't say I ever saw one before.
Was this the first time they visited the village?
But what do you think? Amber's the arse end of nowhere. And they thought we might be harboring firebrands. Huh. If only we
Firebrands.
were. I might have turned them in and become a Black Shield myself.
You don't think these firebrands the Empire is looking for could be us, do you?
I don't know. But we need to find out.
Starting to get a lot of labels.
Greetings, friend. We are travelers.
I know that. What do you want?
We couldn't help noticing those Imperial soldiers who were here earlier.
Don't you go telling these strangers a thing. I speak for the people of this village, and we have nothing more to say to you. You are to leave Amber and never come back.
That's a
May
little
I
weird.
at least ask why?
I don't know who you are or what brings you here, but your presence puts us all in grave danger. The Empire is a harsh master. Its demands are great, and its justice swift. But as long as we keep our heads down and pay our tributes, we are left alone. Some might call it submission. But if it will spare my people the Viceroy's wrath, then I will gladly submit.
I mean, it's more
This
like
village
self-preservation.
will not become another East Pool.
Then we shall be on our way.
Don't want to stir the pot, I suppose.
These people live with a knife to their throats.
Good way
In
to
a
put it.
mistaken belief that if they cooperate, my mother will show them mercy.
Which we all know she won't.
Obedience bought with fear.
Are you all right?
Sorry, It's nothing. We
This
still
the
don't know
Jill
who the
arc?
Black Shields are looking for.
Well, whoever they are, the Imperials deem them worth pursuing to the back of beyond. But other than Martha, who else in Rosari would have the courage to stand against the Empire? A new ally would certainly be welcome. Can we find them before the Imperials do? Perhaps the next village will yield more answers.
No, yeah, because we had Sid. Sid was running around with us. Sid, Jill, and Torgal. So yeah, there's got to be a new companion of some sort. We got to go there eventually so we can go and try to find that hunt. We're a little far away right now, so I assume we'll complete this and then I can go and try different areas. And technically travel there right now. Let's follow on the path for now. It's the frame rate. So, that's cool and all, but no thanks.
Blood, Clive.
Thank you, I have
It's
eyes.
still wet.
Ah,
You were told to stay in your homes.
The Black Shields.
You know who we are. And still, you would bear your steel.
yes.
Why then? We owe you our thanks. You have saved us the trouble of an interrogation. To dwell in darkness, that we may purge the night and welcome lasting dawn. On these, our swords we swear.
Say that again. I'll show you a true shield of Rosaria.
Oh, I don't have to hold it? Ah. One of these days I'll be able to use my brain. Because I bet you they told me that too. Oh yeah. Alright. Let's kill the mage. I still feel like that's very much just low breaking. I prefer this, because at least it allows me to attack, and it kind of gives me some defensive options. I also really enjoy this. There we go. Oh, you didn't die. A little sloppy for a reintroduction to the game, but as we shake the rust off, it'll get better.
Tell me what I want and the end will be swift. Who are you looking for?
Why, you. We come bearing a message. Your friends have been found. The branded you freed from our camps. They await you in Ordeal. Guardians of the Flame.
Those are Old Hill's gates.
Then we hurry.
What is it, boy?
Find something, boy. Death.
More friends?
Found her.
Oh my goodness. Definitely not what I was expecting. All branded. Mom's a little messed up.
This was my mother's doing.
Absolutely.
But why? Why would anyone...
I don't know. I never truly understood her. But this...
Oh, Clive.
I will learn what madness drives her, and I will end it.
Trying to think back of what kind of Final Fantasy icons would cause madness.
We should go.
Mind other than like anima. But even anima wasn't even madness. It was love. All correct.
We can't leave them here like this.
We won't. But if the Black Shields have made it this far south, they may already be in Port Isolde.
That's the main gate. And it looks like we're not the only ones hoping to get in.
What were we trying to find his uncle for?
Have mercy.
Something to do with sneaking by Titan guy. Whatever his name was. Sort of a K.
Dogs they are. You can't ignore us forever.
Let us in, or we'll die on your doorstep.
Better out there than in here.
More than enough for everything.
Fuck off.
Find it, chinless bastards. Those crystals belong to us all.
I said, where were you, filth? Back to your sties. Cut you down where you stand.
Just try it.
No chance of slipping through unnoticed. We'll need to find another way in. I thought we might be able to reason with the guards. Or at least bribe them.
I suspect everyone in that crowd thought the same. Was that the only way in?
Officially, yes. Strictly speaking, no. My uncle once told me that the nobles had tunnels built, so that they could visit town without having to walk amongst the rabble. Lazarus.
Here,
find our
we
way
don't
into
want
the
to be
city there.
associated with you, filth. We're gonna
If you're
walk
sure.
the sewers.
The entire place looked abandoned. Do you think it's safe?
As long as it is abandoned.
Watch out. Ghosts in your blood.
The good news is we haven't seen a single Black Shield since Old Hill.
Maybe they found who they were looking for.
I very much doubt it. I just feel like they're more stationed around places where Mom wants to increase her grasp. Open sesame.
This is nothing
There.
like I remember it.
How quickly a crown can lose its luster.
Grab the treasure. Ghosts?
Not abandoned then.
Oi! Visitors!
Bandits?
Apologies. We'll show ourselves out.
Oh, bud, you don't want any of this. You don't know what you're messing with. I'm jacked.
Or not.
Let's go for a ride. End your suffering. Relatively easy. It's nice when you have a lot of, like, constant damage.
I've only ever seen one man fight like that. And he's long dead.
Perhaps it's time you joined him.
The blessing of the Phoenix. It can't
Tyler?
be.
Wait,
I was there
wait.
when you died.
Is Wade gonna be our companion?
Forgive me, my lord. I knew not whom I addressed. You have naught to fear from us. Founder, it really is you.
I'm actually kind of happy that Wade didn't die.
So wait.
Big hug. Bro hug. Oh. Did Tyler survive?
We can speak inside.
And those who wouldn't bend the knee?
We left before the Empire could make examples of us, though we didn't go far. And we banded together to form the Guardians of the Flame soon after. Alas,
So the Flame Bearers?
there is only so much a handful of aging shields can do against the might of an empire. But we've seen to it that their stay has been anything but pleasant. Of late, though, we've had our hands full just trying to keep the Duchy's few remaining bearers out of the Imperial's clutches.
The Cullings. We saw what happened in Old Hill.
Aye, the foul work of the Black Shields and their mistress.
You mean my mother? But it doesn't make sense. Even knowing what I know about her. Her hatred for bearers was no secret, but she wouldn't have been ignorant of their value to the realm.
No offense, my lord. But in case you haven't noticed, the Lady Annabella couldn't care less about the realm. She barely
she's kind of
even
a
cares for
psychopath.
her own home. That much has been plain since the slaughter at Eastpool. And, since granting the Holy Emperor a new heir, her obsession with bearers only seems to have grown. As to why, I don't know.
So she birthed another son?
Maybe she can't bear the thought of anyone having the power to challenge
Wait,
her
did she birth the
beloved son.
Bahamut guy?
Her son.
Sir Wade, the Black Shields have broken camp. They march in full force for Buick Bridge. Then so do we. Make ready. This is their main host. If we remove the head, perhaps we can prevent what happened at the docks from happening somewhere else. If I do nothing, then the blood of their next victims will be on my hands.
That's fair.
Yours and ours. We too have witnessed the crimes these men who dare call themselves shields have committed in my mother's name. It cannot be allowed to continue. We must put a stop to this madness.
We must. So let us go with you. For the good of Rosaria.
I was hoping you'd say that. Very well. If that is your wish, I would be honored to serve at your side.
And
Welcome
we
back.
at yours.
So, Wade, let us do our duty.
With pleasure, my lord.
Heck yeah.
I imagine this endeavor will require more than just our wits.
Then let's hope Sir Wade has a good quartermaster.
Tell us then, Sir Wade. What is your plan?
Nothing fancy. You, Lady Jill and I make for Buett Bridge, and provoke the main host at their encampment. Sensing an opportunity to end the Guardians, the Black Shields will call for reinforcements, who will be met from the rear by parties of my brothers hidden throughout the surrounding hills. This will allow us to wage battle on the bridge without fear of being overwhelmed. While the Black Shields have an advantage in numbers, you see, they prefer to fight in small units, which we can use to our advantage.
How small exactly?
Small enough, now that I have you and Lady Jill for company. I doubt I could have done this on my own.
But until we arrived, that was your plan. You haven't changed a bit.
So Wade, the bearers from Old Hill have been laid to rest.
Very good. Now make ready for battle.
I just realized that I probably crippled a good chunk of their men. To be fair, I was defending myself.
Thank you, Sir Wade. Perhaps now they will find peace.
There is but one thing which will grant them peace. Putting an end to the Black Shields.
And so we shall.
Let's prioritize the heck out of that. Party members. Throughout the main scenario, Clive will often be joined by various companions who are keen to lend their assistance. However, depending on Clive's destination, they may choose to remain behind at the hideaway. Cool. So eventually, by the sounds of things, we should be able to start crafting our party.
How long have you been pursuing the Black Shields?
Since they burned their first village. We tracked down the bastards responsible and fed their corpses to Stillwind. Suffice to say, that got their attention. It's been a game of cat and mouse ever since.
Fly, Ambrosia.
Let's do this.
What is it now? I told you! We bear a message for the Vicereine. From the Guardians of the Flame.
Ha! You presume to tell us that a pair of filthy vagabonds, a woman and a dog, could guard aught against the might of the Black Shields?
Yes.
Then come!
Confidently so, actually.
Die along with your flame!
Probably not going to be me who's dying.
For Rosaria!
For Rosaria!
Your petty revolution
These.
ends here. On these our swords
You
we
guys all
swear.
up. This feels really busted.
Bloody hell! Reinforcements from the far bank!
Another wyvern to fight their battles for them.
I mean... Yeah. Hey, I dodged that. That one, I definitely did. But you guys can deal with a tornado. And hey, why not? Let's just throw this in there too. That's right, get broken.
The Imperials aren't taking any chances. I can't say I'm flattered.
Oh my goodness. Here we go. Come on down. That guy's dead. Quick heal. A black
A
dragoon.
noble stand, albeit a misguided one. In taking it, you have but proven our point that this land is in dire need of cleansing.
You're not cool anymore. Fire potion. Ow. Oh man, that's shredded. Down you go. Let's do one of these. Get shredded.
So wait.
There's no one left to keep them occupied. We need to finish this.
We finish him. Nice try.
Dang. I really want to get that so bad. Oh, slightly too late. Ow.
Nice try.
Oh shit, he actually killed me. I got too cocky. I love those numbers flashing. Definitely did not do nearly as much as I thought it was going to. Let's just shred. Not giving you a chance to stand back up there, bucko. Nice. Much better. Actually, probably not. Still sloppy.
I don't see any more.
Nor do I. The plan worked.
Supposedly.
It did. It bloody worked. We sent every last one of the rotten bastards straight to the mud.
Lord, perhaps this will be enough to stop the Cullings. For the time being,
very
at
much
least.
doubt it.
Perhaps. Though I doubt my mother will take this loss well. She'll move swiftly to see her minions' ranks replenished.
Exactly.
And then it will all begin again. I often wonder if the nation we once knew is gone for good. Her fields rot. Her people starve. We battled to preserve the flame that was, but for every foe we fell, another springs up in its place. Yet be that as it may, it is still our home, and we must fight for it, as we always have, and always will. For as long as the Firebird's flame burns in our hearts, the Duchy cannot die, and her loyal subjects may dream of a day when the Rosarian standard flies over Rosalith once more.
So wait,
Think we should fall back to Port Isolde before the garrison sends reinforcements? A sound strategy, my lord.
Kinda wanna see Mommy Dearest. Keep teasing us.
And how long has my uncle been funding you and your comrades' endeavors?
Since the beginning. Lord Byron was the first person I turned to after forming the Guardians. And had I known of this tunnel back then, I wouldn't almost have been hanged by the city guard for trying to sneak over the wall.
I suppose a formal request for an audience would have appeared suspicious.
And appearances must be maintained. Were the Vice-Regency to catch wind of Lord Byron's involvement in our movement, they'd seize his estate and send him to the gallows, where he would be of no use to anyone. And so, though it sickens him to the soul, he plays the part of the loyal lord, knowing that one wrong move might prove his downfall. It is why he remains ever vigilant. Don't be surprised if he refuses you an audience, especially since you're famously dead.
Then I will have to think of a way to prove that I am neither wraith nor wrongdoer.
I might have something which could help with the latter.
Let me guess, a symbol?
It's the mark of the Guardians.
Knew it.
Display it, and those who love Rosaria will know where your loyalties lie.
I'm shocked.
I shall wear it with pride.
Be sure
I look
that
like
you
a
do.
friggin' Boy Scout with
I
a
don't
sash
want my
soon
men
enough.
attacking you again. Unless you deserve it. If only Sir Tyler could have been here to see you. Or the Lord Commander.
Yeah.
Thank you, Sir Wade. If there is ever anything you need.
I know. Go on now, my lord.
And do. Like, kick my mother where it hurts.
How accommodating. Do you really think they believe we are who we say we are?
Not a chance.
Some heavy footsteps.
Alright, I guess. My uncle believes we're imposters here to rob him. And means to string us up himself.
Hello, Unky Byron.
Imagine my surprise when I was told my nephew had come to visit. Clive Rosfield died long ago. And for uttering his name here, you shall pay with your tongue! You would mock me as well?
It is I, Sir Crandall of Camelot, loyal servant to Her Serene Holiness, Saint Sybil the Unshod. Meadow, thou vile sorcerer, for thy crimes against church and crown, I shall have thy head.
That's super cute.
Curse thee, infectious flax wench. Even in death, must thou plague me still? Very well. I shall open the gates of hell, that thou might see thy charge once more.
That's super cute.
Bravo, Uncle. You're still the finest Meadow in the twins.
Oh, Clive, my dear boy, it's really you.
That's really sweet.
You always were fond of that scene from The Saint and the Sanctuary. Never did let me play Sir Crandall.
I have a favor to ask, Uncle Byron.
Rutherford, inform the kitchens. There'll be guests. We dine immediately.
But, Uncle...
You can't very well regale me with the tale of your miraculous preservation on an empty stomach. Go on, sit. See that you use the good plates, Rutherford. So you arrived late to one of her cullings, did you? Since becoming Vicereine, Annabella has been a constant thorn in Rosaria's side, but these atrocities are a new low. Something has changed. Quite what, I don't know, but the woman we knew is gone, and a monster sits in her place.
A monster.
For better or worse, I've been charged with governing this town, and thus must maintain the illusion of obedience. That's all I can do to aid Wade and his merry band of revolutionaries.
So he's told us. You have risked much for Rosaria. Our nation will be forever in your debt.
It has been 20 years, Clive. The nation your father and your forefathers fought to defend is no more. Perhaps it would be otherwise had I the courage of my brother. All right, if it's a ship you require, a ship you shall have.
Woo!
I've a galley in port, but recently relieved of her cargo. She can be outfitted for the voyage in a matter of weeks.
So you believe us then? About everything?
Believe you? Ha! Only a fool would believe even half of the things you claim. But until tonight, only a fool would have believed my nephew still lived. And besides, I have it on good authority that Clive is telling the truth.
Whose authority?
By your own, of course. You've always been a terrible liar.
Is that true?
It's not untrue.
Let's say no more about it, eh? It wouldn't do to linger on my nephew's greatest failing. The one thing I cannot believe, though, is all this about you being Sid. You were always such a good boy, but now you're quite the outlaw. Which, if I'm not mistaken, would make me an outlaw's uncle. Why then, Who shall we pillage first? Rutherford, fetch me my cutlass.
I like
This
him.
will be fun.
What's going on, Jill? Why are you apprehensive and weird? Do you see reflections of yourself in Mama Annabella?
Over there.
'Cause you shouldn't.
Go on.
She's a fine ship, isn't she? Once outfitted, she'll bear us across the boiling sea to Drustenus in the space of 3 days. Something on your mind?
Monsters.
You're not a monster.
When I served the Iron Kingdom, I did so because I saw no other choice.
Nobody blames you.
Because once they learned that the lash would not move me, they turned it on those who could. And so I became their puppet. I let them pull my strings, telling myself it was not my hand that swung the sword, but another's. I removed myself from the truth so I wouldn't feel the pain it caused. And before I knew it, I no longer felt anything. Anything at all. I had become a monster.
No. You did what you did to survive. Nobody blames you.
I don't want to be a monster, Clive. Do you understand?
Then fight to help
I want
your
to
nation.
choose a different path, a better path. To live on my own terms. But before I can do that, I need to come to terms with my past.
And when you do, I'll be standing there with you, just as you stood with me.
Thank you, Clive. I must atone for my sins. Only then, when it's done, will the monster cease to be.
Just promise me that you won't die with it.
Yeah, we don't need any more of that.
Now, let's get some sleep. The journey back to Benamir is long, and there is much to tell the others.
Now, I wonder if I can make a quick detour to go and do that hunt. Or if it'll lock me out. Well, so far it's locking me out.
Only the Founder knows what awaits us in the Iron Kingdom. But Vivian could probably make an educated guess.
Typical nobles.
So, did I travel now? Okay, good. We're gonna quickly go and do those hunts. Or at least one of them. Just because it was... Actually, I don't know why I did that. Map, nope. Oh, map. Find East Pool. Go and fight Belphegor. We'll start with some Ramu. some blind justice going. Hello, Belphegor. That is your real name. Alright, what are you gonna do first? Oh shit, there's multiple fireballs! Scheisse. Okay, don't fuck around.
Let's try.
What? I don't know why I wouldn't use this. Down you go. Do some shred. Not bad. Oh my goodness. There we go. Spots. Carrion. Let's pop these. And I missed it. Ow, 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 ow. Holy smoke. Let's pop some stone skin.
Let's try. Too slow.
Not this time, sir.
Let's try.
Pop lightning rod. There we go. That's some decent damage. Ow! Okay, so if you get buffeted by the wind, you get fucking obliterated.
Find how. Too slow. Weakest wins.
Gotcha. So does B mean that it's harder? Or does it mean that it's just a different grade of, like, materials and whatnot?
Hope there aren't any more of them.
Okay. The other one is the Angel of Death, but that's not until Clairview and Sunbreck. Such is renown of the Cid the Outlaw, that much of the clientele would rather spend their time prattling on about your endeavors than making endeavors of their own. For that, I feel I owe at least a portion of my earnings. A particularly enamored sort left this on my nightstand. May it serve you better than him. That amulet did. Temporarily increases attack proficiency with each precision dodge. Well, we'll just attach that and see how well we do.
Back again, Lord Rosfield. I'm touched that you should find me such good company.
It is not your company, but your counsel that I seek on this occasion.
Ever the charmer. What will it be today, then?
The Iron Kingdom. I need to know what to expect.
You'll soon be setting sail for Drake's Breath, then, I take it. The mother crystal that rises from the boiling sea. There was a time when a true-blooded Rosarian had only to brave the waves to visit it. But then the Ironblood made their move.
Educate me, please.
As you know, the Iron Kingdom rules over the islands to the west of Storm. Or rather, its church does. But this is not the pragmatic approach to state religion employed by the Holy Empire to manipulate the masses. No, the Iron Kingdom is the literal embodiment of the crystalline orthodoxy. And so, if one is to understand it, one must start there. As the name implies, the orthodoxy holds the Mother Crystals sacred, and they do not take kindly to heathens plundering the objects of their worship for the means to fill washtubs and light lamps with frivolous feats of magic. Indeed, the faithful consider ether a sinful thing, a poison no less. And to them, a dominant is an instrument of evil, albeit one they have proven only too happy to turn against their enemies. Some 80 years ago, in Northern Storm, Drake's eye collapsed. Soon after, in pursuit of ether, and with the blight at their backs, the Northern Territories descended upon the Grand Duchy of Rosaria. And when the Shields of the Flame marched north to meet them, the Iron Kingdom spied an opportunity. A few short days later, the Crusaders landed on the island of Mount Justanus, home of Drake's Breath, and plucked it from the Duchy's grasp. Rosaria tried to reclaim it, of course, but to no avail. I doubt more than a handful of Duchy men have set foot on its shores in your lifetime. Nor are they like to again, under the Empire's stewardship, meaning the Iron Blood will keep their island, and with it, the foothold they need to march on mainland soil when next they spy an opportunity. The Mother Crystal is both the object of the Iron Blood's worship and their gateway to the continent, making Drostanus the holiest of holy grounds, from which the Orthodox Crusade shall one day sail forth to claim the remaining Mother Crystals, or die trying.
But what if I shatter
My father
theirs?
and my grandfather both traded blows with the Iron Blood for control of Drake's Breath. Had things unfolded differently at Phoenix Gate, we would have sent our entire fleet against them.
But instead, they sent their fleet against Rosaria, sacked the capital, killed the men, and captured the women, including Jill. I'd say you'd be forgiven for wanting a little revenge, Clive.
My only aim is to destroy the Mother Crystal.
And help Jill.
Thank you all the same. Not much else to do here. Let's see if Jill's ready.
Oh, Jill. The reckoning is upon us. How are you feeling?
It will be over soon.
You ready?
I think so.
Jill. When you told me you had to come to terms with your past, you weren't talking about destroying Drake's breath, were you?
No. I spoke of Imran, the leader of the Crystalline Orthodox. The man who made me do all those unspeakable things. I'm going to kill him.
Fair.
It's what I need to do to put the past behind me. What I need to move forward. And I know that I can do it. If you're there beside me.
Always.
Answer.
And I'll be beside you, too. We'll bring down the Mother Crystal together. All while Sid looks on.
We'll make him proud.
What is the plus? What did I miss? Quick detour. Second detour. Usually that gives us something. Sport. Usually that unlocks something.
Typical nobles.
Well, I guess I can't say usually because we only had the one instance
new
for
village
Ambrosia,
being
but
hosted
Ambrosia was still
every day.
pretty good.
Clive! Oh, am I glad to see you?
Is something wrong?
Well, it's Blackthorn. He ain't himself. And if I'm honest, he ain't been for a while. That normally it only takes a couple of drinks to perk him back up, but not this time. Something's getting him down. And whatever it is, he ain't telling. It's like he's lost his spark, you know? He's barely got enough fire in his belly to get the ump about stuff. But I'm thinking he might if we both bent his ear, because he respects you, innit? So, what do you say?
Sure.
Fine. If you think it will help.
I knew you'd understand.
But
The
if he
voice
doesn't
does
want to
not match
talk,
your face, sir.
we let him be. He'll open up when he's ready.
All right. Now, he'll only smell a rat if we both turn up at once. So, I'll go first, and you can meet us at the forge. Wait a bit, then head over when you're ready.
Apparently.
First August, and now you. What are you pair up to? What's it got to do with me?
August was worried that something had been weighing on your mind. I thought you might want to talk about it.
Did you now? I told you not to stick your nose in my business. What'd you go and do?
Clive just wants to help, innit? What's so bad about that? Talk to him. You never know, you might feel better for getting it all out in the open. Please, mate. I'm worried about you.
Phil shut you up. It's nothing really. Stupid. Not the sort of thing you bother people about.
Why don't you tell us all the same?
Want to craft cool
Kay
shit.
and I have an arrangement. I keep an eye on Goots, and she shows me what the competition's up to. Interesting arms and armor, things like that. Anyway, the other day, she shows me a cuirass she's come by. Masterpiece of level work. Light, supple, and tougher than it had any right to be. Made my stuff look like heavy, clumsy shit. I should have brought the bastard thing there and then just to study it, but I was too proud. And now every time I reach for my hammer, I'm reminded that I'm not the craftsman I thought I was. There. You happy? You got what you came for. Now piss off.
All right. We're going. I always thought of old Blackthorn as a bit of a force of nature. Like a storm cloud full of ale. Didn't think anything could rattle him. Least of all a stupid piece of leather.
Blackthorn's always taken pride in his craft. Questioning it means questioning himself. Something tells me this is only going to get worse. If he has doubts, it will affect his work, which will only add to his problems. We need to nip this in the bud.
I couldn't agree more.
He said he should have bought that cuirass. Perhaps we should track it down for him. Assuming you're happy to help, that is.
Too bloody right I am.
Glad to hear it. First things first, then. We need to speak to Karen.
That monster's taken quite
Hello, cranky lady.
Karen, do you have a moment? Blackthorn mentioned that you'd recently come by a leather cuirass. An exquisite example of the craft, from what he told us.
And he ain't been himself since he saw it. So we thought we'd buy it for him.
Sorry, sold it already. Didn't think Blackthorn cared for it the way he turned his nose up. But it was nicely put together, that's for certain. Even if the bloke who made it is a bit of an odd one. Happened across him on my travels. Makes all his stuff to order, but the fella who commissioned it refused to pay. He didn't like the colour of summit. So I took it off his hands for a fair price.
You don't know where we might find him, do you?
Like I said, he's a bit of an odd one. Doesn't even have a workshop. He doesn't trust hunters neither, which means he spends as much time out tracking beasties as he does working their hides.
I see.
A monster hunter.
He did tell me something, though. Apparently, his next commission's for a set of griffin hide greaves.
Here, there's a griffin on the hunt board. The curse breakers were placing bets on who'd bag it. Now, where the bleeding hell was it sighted? Somewhere in Sambrec, maybe... Care Northern, that was it.
Thank you, Karen. We'd be lost without you.
At least you admit it.
So, it sounds like going after that griffin might be the best chance we have of finding our roaming leatherworker.
I'll leave the hunting to you if you don't mind.
Is that the Angel
While
of
you
Death?
get on with that, I'll ask around the markets. See if I can't sniff out who he is and where he's hiding.
Good idea. Hopefully one of us will be able to track him down.
Hi, Goots. Osmare. Okay, so it's not the Angel of Death. Or bee hunt. That should put us over the 100. So, I mean, all I can do is write it down and let's go take a look, I guess. We're already doing hunts, so might as well give it a shot. That was not it. Wait a minute, though. Player view. That was for the Angel of Death. Go there. Harpy? Cool. Oh, is that the ring? That was sick. You. You. I wonder if they do. Oops. This one. I wonder if I can work with the fire shot too. Oh shit. No, it does not. So definitely have to use it for melee. Is it just until I get hit next? Stagger. Fuck. I mean, I might as well just pop it. Nice. That was sick. I love these hunts.
Rest well.
Okay, so where's the west gate? I really don't feel like it'll be over here either. This is kind of like the only other open space that I can think of.
Griffiths don't exactly make for easy prey.
Oh, maybe it is here.
Let's hope our craftsman hasn't bitten off more than he can chew.
There it is. We're a hard thing to find. All right, Dawsmare, let's do this.
The work will have to wait.
Ooh, shit, that's big. Oh, and it creates tornado? That's not good. There. Ow! Holy shit, that was close. Holy smokes. It's a bad time to use that. Good. Go beast mode. Thank you. Oh shit, that spreads out. Okay. I thought I hit that. Catching this a little bit better. Double dive. Down. And that'll do some damage. There we go. Some limit break. And I'll do a tornado of my own, sir. Pop one of these. This. Charge in. Go. Hopefully that'll be the end. Might as well use it. And might as well just finish off this. It tasered. That was sweet. So who might this craftsman be? Hiding in the bushes.
Is something there, boy? Could that be our man?
Hello, sir.
Are you all right?
Dare say I'll survive. That griffin caught me before I could get an arrow off. Must have lost sight of me in the grass, though. I'd be dead if it hadn't.
More likely than not.
The name's Camille. I'm a lowly leather worker, if you couldn't tell by the smell of me.
Not so lowly from what I hear. Do you remember selling to a merchant by the name of Karen?
She's not an easy woman to forget. Bought a cuirass from me after I lost my buyer. Quite taken with my work, as far as I recall. Didn't stop her bartering me down to a pittance, though. She sends you for a refund?
It's not her who sent me.
I wonder if this unlocks, like, Victorious Mark crafting.
Consider me flattered.
Which then would
should be.
Give us more reason to go out and do them, because then they can give us different
not an easy man to
gear
impress.
to kind of mix and match.
Smiths are proud folk. It's a rare thing indeed for one to praise a glorified tanner. And I don't imagine an impressive swordsman like yourself would be getting your steel from any but the best. I'd dearly love to help a fellow craftsman, but... Well, actually, I suppose you could give him this.
What is it?
Treated leather. Same stuff I used to make that cuirass. If your man's as skilled as he sounds, he'll know what he's looking at.
You sure?
Well, you did save my life. And thanks to you, I'll be going home with all the griffin hide I can carry. I'd say it's the least I can do. Short of showing him how to make the thing myself, that is. But there are rules against it. Secrets of the trade and whatnot.
In that case, I'll see that he gets it.
I'd be much obliged if you would. Right. I've got some greaves to make. You send your blacksmith my regards.
Will do. And thank you. Hopefully this will sweeten Blackthorn's mood.
That would be nice.
And
Hello,
with a bit of
Blackthorn.
luck-
Here's your leather.
How'd it go, Clive? Did you find him, or does the hunt continue?
I mean, I got my ass
I found
kicked.
him. And he asked me to give you this, along with his regards.
You're joking.
He said he wouldn't teach you how to work it, but that if you were as skilled as you sounded, you'd have no trouble understanding how it was done.
So that's his secret. Crafty bastard. He's layered and cross-grained it. Good few times, too. No wonder it's tough. And that's no ordinary oil he's used to get that finish. Oh, this is fine work. Even finer than I thought.
Yeah? I'll take your word for it. Just looks like leather to me. Still, I'm glad you're happy. Here, Clive. You didn't happen to catch the fella's name, did you?
Camille, I believe.
I thought as much. There ain't many leather workers in the realm daft enough to do their own hunting, see? And his name kept cropping up when I was asking around. Turns out he's from Tabor. And again, most leather workers are. But our friend Camille guards a long-held family secret, the details of which are the subject of some debate in the leatherworking community.
And you're
We
just
better
like
keep this close to our chests.
well of resources.
Listen, sorry for putting the both of you to all that trouble. Should have kept my moaning to myself. Still, I'm glad you found him. This has cheered me right up.
That was the idea. Clive's idea, anyway. He did most of the work.
It's good to have you back, Blackthorn.
Just don't expect me to go turning out work like this. There's a reason he does his own hunting. He knows exactly what hides to look for. And that's how he gets them to layer up so nicely. And don't get me started on how much oiling this leather would need. But I reckon I can make something about as good. Something a Cursebreaker will have no trouble caring for. Anyway, enough narrowing. I've got work to be getting on with.
Looks like we won't be needing a new blacksmith.
Perfect.
As
Glad
if there was
everybody's
a better
happy.
one out there. I wouldn't have been the same anyway. No one spins a yarn like old Blackthorn in his cups. Right, now that's sorted. I've got duties to attend to. Thanks, Clive. You've given me my mate back.
You're welcome. Now I have enough renown to go and talk to that lady. Oh. Okay. We unlock new recipes as we do stuff. Let's change my overall look. You have obtained the design draft for Drakeslayer gear. Design drafts unlock new crafting options at the Blacksmith Hammer. Visit Blackthorn in the Hideaway for details on the material requirements.
What do you need? A Sanktfordian, do you?
Damn, that is an increase, though. Gelatinous mass. So more hunts are required for this thing. Let's see if they've given us any more. Alright, no more new hunts. We're all caught up there. Reason why I want to do the hunts early and often is because I want to be able to hit them when they're difficult, rather than going back and hitting them when I'm overtuned and they just die in a couple of hits, or you have a really powerful spell or anything like that. So that's the main reason. We won't be doing too many other side quests. Like, a lot of these side quests and stuff like that, they provide like flavor rather than substance. And I really want to get to fighting Mummy.